What's good, YouTube? How's everybody doing on this Thursday morning or afternoonish, I would say? Hope everyone's having a good day. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video of me. I've mostly been doing gamings a lot lately, and I want to kind of get, more connected with some of my subscribers and future subscribers. So, um, the topic I want to talk to you guys about is basically DC. Um, if everyone has known, I hope everyone has seen the Black Adam movie, but after watching the Black Adam movie and seeing that post-credit scene, but even before I seen all of that, I was really extremely hyped of where DC was going so far, because we got our boy back, Henry Cavill, back as Superman. I'm very excited about that. Also heard that Ben Affleck Batman is coming back as well. So it's like, okay, I'm ready to see I'm ready to see where they're going to take these characters going forward with DC, because so far throughout the years DC hasn't really been doing so well. And even though I'm a big DC guy, I was a little bit more worried about the direction of where everything was going in terms of, like, possibility that Henry Cavill wasn't coming back as Superman, same with Ben Affleck not coming back as Batman, the whole situation with the Ezra Miller Flash deal, and then of course movies being delayed from like months to next year. And it started getting a little worried about it, because I want to see DC strive the same way Marvel has, but with the consistency what's going on with the leadership at Warner Brothers, it seems that they really didn't have like a clear vision on where they wanted to take storylines, characters going forward. And not only that, even with the whole merger with Discovery, they canceled a lot of projects. Mainly, most of them shows were mainly DC shows, like Batwoman was canceled. But then again, that was canceled way before, way before. But a lot of shows were mostly being canceled because of the merger. One particular show that I was intrigued that I wish they continued was Young Justice, because Young Justice had 2 seasons way back when it was aired on Cartoon Network, and then they decided to cancel it after that big cliffhanger that happened after season 2. And then 6 years later, they ended up reviving that show and putting it on streaming like Netflix, and then it ended up being on HBO. And then we ended up getting a season 4. That I don't know how people felt about that season, but to me, I felt like it was good, because it's it started off with every member of the team's character arc. And then back like in the summer or late summer, they announced that that show was going to be canceled after having fans bringing back that show that took them 6 years to bring back, and then they canceled it after that. I don't know what the whole general idea for canceling that show was, but that extremely hurt me, because I really like Young Justice. I also heard that they canceled Stargirl from CW, which I only watched one season of Stargirl, so I can't really say how I truly feel about this show. Another show that I don't know if they're going to cancel it or not, because now that we got our boy Henry back, I don't know. But Superman and Lois is a good Superman show. Like, I really enjoy that show from the beginning of the episode all the way up until the end of season 2. Like, that's a really good Superman show. I really like how they handled that character, even though when it comes to CW, they tend to, butcher some of their most popular characters just to make, lesser known characters shine. So with all that, and of course, I seen Black Adam some weeks ago. I went to go see it again, and I really enjoy it. And I'm glad that The Rock was able to portray this character after he was casted this character like some decades ago. So it's nice that he was able to bring this character onto the big screen. I liked every moment of that movie. I like all the characters. I especially love Dr. Fate. I feel like Dr. Fate carried that movie. Like, he carried that movie all the way. So that right there gave me a little excitement. Like, there's also going to be a tease of Black Adam going up against Superman in the future. I do hope that we get to see, Shazam being part of that fight, because, I know people may not be big on comics, but Black Adam is actually an adversary to Shazam. And yes, they both have the similar power set, except they get their powers from different gods. But considering that Black Adam is such a huge character, I don't see him as like some kind of one-off villain. Like, oh, he's one and done. He's more so like what was seen in the movie, an anti-hero. So I'm really, really excited to see where all this goes. Like, you have no idea. Like, I've been wanting this to happen after, watching the Zack Snyder Justice League movie. Like, I wanted DC to just go ahead and go with that. I'm happy to see my boy come back. I'm happy to see Ben come back. So again, I'm really excited to see where DC goes so far. I am going to go see Aquaman, Lost Kingdom. I am going to go see The Flash because again, like, I want to see where these movies go. I want to see where these storylines take it. And another thing would be, I'm really anticipating on that Man of Steel too. Like, we have been waiting a decade for another Superman movie. The first Superman movie we ever got was back in 2013. That's literally what, a decade almost. We're about to walk into 2023. That's literally a decade. So I'm really excited for that. We may also get a Batman movie or HBO series with Ben Affleck. Either way, I'll take it because I like that way. I like the way Ben Affleck portrayed Batman. Nothing against Robert Pattinson. I mean, and to be honest with you, I haven't even really watched that Batman movie. I kind of fell asleep 15 minutes into the movie, but it's not because that I didn't like it. It's just, one, I haven't really seen much of Ben Affleck's Batman to even say that, oh, well, Ben Affleck's Batman just a one and done, and then Robert Pattinson get his own movie. So, and then on top of that, I've also seen like a lot of other Batman movies being portrayed by different actors. So it's kind of like a little, I'm not gonna say I have Batman fatigue, but at the same time, I kind of just wanted to see where Ben's Batman character story goes, and then have a proper send off. Then we'll move on to Robert Pattinson's Batman. That's just me. But to get on the side of Marvel so far, Phase 4 has been kind of a little drought, a little bit. A lot of his shows ain't really hit as big, but they were also enjoyable. A lot of people didn't really like She-Hulk because of all that just woke propaganda ish on it. But I mean, hey, it's a Marvel show. It's She-Hulk. I mean, of course, she's supposed to kind of act like that, like it was in the comics, but Marvel, or let me take that back, the MCU tend to throw a little bit too much into it, so that's that. I did like Werewolf by Night. I like that. I like the little take of the black and white theme of that show or special. I didn't really like Thor: Love and Thunder that much, and I know I'm pretty sure that a lot of people really enjoyed that movie. To me, I just felt like it just wasn't the high peak of Thor's movie, because like, even though I can say the same about Ragnarok, like Ragnarok was more enjoyable and a lot better than Love and Thunder, but at the same time, I felt like the best peak of Thor was back in Infinity War. And then after that, it was kind of like, okay, Thor went back to just being, who he is now. So, like a joke. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I guess you could say I was expecting a little bit more out of that movie because, I mean, it's the multiverse. We would have seen different variants of our favorite Marvel characters or Marvel universes or worlds, but we didn't see much of that. We saw the Illuminati. Thought we was going to see a different version of Iron Man, but we didn't see that because I was hoping it was going to, well, not hoping, but I kind of assumed it was going to be Tom Cruise playing as Iron Man, because I know back then, before Robert Downey Jr. was cast, they were thinking about having Tom Cruise play Iron Man, but scheduling conflict or doing another movie, and then they end up choosing Robert Downey Jr. Moon Knight was pretty good. Miss Marvel was enjoyable. I wouldn't say it was like the best, but it was enjoyable, to say the least, for like a teenage superhero show. Shang-Chi was, of course, top tier for me. Shang-Chi was top tier. Spider-Man No Way Home, again, was another top tier movie. But the only thing about No Way Home was just the ending of where we get to see all the other Spider-Man show up and, help Tom Holland fight the Sinister Five. Because I know they said kind of similar to Sinister Six, but we were missing one villain, so we ended up getting five of them, which they might as well just call them the Fatal Five, not the Sinister Six. But that's just my opinion. Black Widow, hit or miss. The Eternals, didn't really enjoy it that much. But again, I am also looking forward to what Marvel has when it comes to Phase 5. We saw the Ant-Man Quantumanium trailer. Looks pretty good, even though they said the majority of it was just CGI and we won't be actually going into the quantum realms. But who knows where this trilogy of Ant-Man will go. Some say that he may die in the movie, but we'll have to wait and see when that movie comes out. Guardians Volume 3 comes out next year as well. That's also the end of a era for the Guardians of the Galaxy. We're also getting a new Captain America movie. We're getting the Thunderbolts movie, which I wish that they kind of added a few more characters to that roster, because I'm calling it a movie, the Thunderbolts, without having like some huge heavy hitters is kind of, a hit or miss for me. Then we, of course, you got, Kang. Jonathan Majors playing Kang, so he's going to be like the new big bad of Phase 5. We're ready to see, all these heroes come together to fight against Kang. We have Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars. Those movies are very highly anticipated to the fans. We're ready to see where all this lead to. But one movie I will want to bring up is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. At first, I didn't want to go see the movie because it just felt off that we weren't going to have an actual Black Panther in the movie. And no, nothing against Chadwick Boseman, because I believe Chadwick did a fantastic job playing as T'Challa. He is truly missed. He is still missed to this day. Rest in peace. I really wish he was still with us today, because, it even hurt me when I found out the news of what happened. Not even trying to cry, but it really hurt me what happened to him. And I just didn't want to see the movie, because without not having him in it, it just was going to feel different. I wasn't going to like it. But, part of me still want to see it after seeing the trailer, because I saw that Shuri is probably going to take up the mantle of Black Panther. Of course, this character, Namor, even though he's not like how he was in the comics, I want to see how they, portrayed this character in the movie. We also get to see Riri Williams, Ironheart in there, and possibly may see Doctor Doom in the movie. Possibly, we don't know. Some people went to go see it during the early release, but we'll just have to wait and see when it comes out next week. But so far, I guess you could say I'm looking forward to see where this movie goes, as paying, tribute to Chadwick Boseman. And, the character T'Challa is, no more with us. So I am anticipating on that. So far, when it comes to the movies, or pretty much superheroes in general, I am looking forward to see what both Marvel and DC can bring to the table. I am anticipating on seeing like a possible, and here I say possible, DC versus Marvel crossover. Because now we have James Gunn, that's part of, CEO of DC now. So it's kind of like DC has this Kevin Feige, which is James Gunn now, because James Gunn did the Guardians of the Galaxy. My only concern is that I just hope that James Gunn doesn't turn every character into like how he did with the Guardians, And also, another DC show that he did was Peacemaker. He also did the Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad. That one was a pretty good Suicide Squad movie, and Peacemaker is actually a great superhero show that's on HBO Max right now. I advise everyone to go watch that if you have not. But again, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what both of these properties have, and I just can't wait. As a fan, as I haven't really felt, superhero fatigue yet. Like, I'm still wanting more. I still want to see where all this goes, I can have all this encyclopedia to go back to, be like, hey, I remember seeing this in the movie. Let me go revert to the encyclopedia. Oh yeah, they took this from this issue. So, all of that. So again, I hope, I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. I'm going to be doing more of this. But again, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Like, there's so much that these properties can do. And again, like, I just can't wait. So, until next time, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my, my passion about this. And again, if you have any thoughts, make sure you, comment. If you like this channel, you like the content I put out, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, because I'll be putting more out there. And as always, I'll catch y'all later.